Hi, friends. My name is Bhavya Mangla, and I'm again back on my 20th episode related to unfiltered conversation. We started this series initially with talking about the public speaking, and we had six different guests from Toastmaster. Then later on, we had a second series that was with respect to mindfulness, and we had 11 very exciting episodes. And this is a third series with respect to the writer's mindset. That the people who are writing the books, what kind of mindset they are having, what kind of challenges they are facing, and when they are writing the book and when they are thinking about publishing, what needs to be done and what not to be done. So today in this episode, I have a very interesting guest. His name is Lovkesh. Basically, he's a mechanical engineer and he has got 17 years of very good, deep experience in the automotive sector. But around 2 years back, he decided to challenge himself and he become an entrepreneur. And now he's running his own company. But apart from that, he decided to do something what is his real passion, that is about writing book with respect to the poetry. And very recently has written a book, and the name of the book is Aadhi Umr. So let me welcome on mic my guest, Lovkesh. Hi, Lovkesh. How are you doing? Lovkesh, you're on mute.
Good afternoon. I'm good.
Wonderful. So, Lokesh, as I just shared with everyone that basically you're a mechanical engineer and you're in automotive sector, and now you have become an entrepreneur. So, what made you realize or felt that you have to write a book? Can you tell something about that?
Okay. So, first of all, thank you, Bhavya, for inviting me for this session. And regarding my book, so this book is about poetry, and but I feel that you cannot write poetry.
Hmm.
Poetry comes natural to you. So
Yeah.
I won't say that I have written this. It has come. So if I say in Hindi one line that मैं जो महसूस करता हूँ उन्हें कविताओं में रखता जाता हूँ. So this is what I have done from last almost 5 or 6 years. So whatever
Mm-hmm.
I used to feel, sometimes happy moods are there, sometimes you are sad. So I have just compiled all those emotions and feeling. And recently, I think I started this book, consolidating this into a book from last 2.5 months. So it took me
Hmm.
almost 2.5 months. And
Okay.
your question about why I thought of writing it, so I won't say that I wrote this book for someone else. I wrote it for myself because I
Hmm.
wanted to express myself. That is what triggered me to write this book.
In fact, there are many people who are fond of writing. Maybe they may be writing a diary or something. I know some people who every day maybe write around 500 words, whatever they feel, what happened throughout the day. And then one fine day they realize that it has converted into something which can be made into a book. You said that around 5 years back, you started writing poetry. So, would you like to share that how it all started, from where this trigger came? Because I personally feel that it's very difficult to write poetry. So, from where this thought came and how you started putting into words?
Okay. So the poetry has always been very close to my heart since my childhood. So,
Mm-hmm.
and thanks to my father, actually, he is also very fond of poetry. So, from very young age, I used to watch TV. The on 15th August and 26th January, there used to be mushairas on Lal Killa, if
Yeah,
you would
yeah,
remember, and there was live
yeah.
telecast during those days on Doordarshan. So, I grown up watching all those mushairas, and I was very fond of it. Then I when I started my job at very young age of 17 years, so I was very engrossed into the corporate world, and I did not have time. So
Mm-hmm.
gradually, when I literally slowly I transitioned to the senior positions, and I start getting some time, or so I again started this habit of reading the poetry first. And while
Mm-hmm.
reading this, I had a lot of emotions that time, and I did not have any method or any platform to channelize it. So I
Mm-hmm.
decided to write these poetries. So basically, it's you can say it's an outburst of emotions. So that is
Mm-hmm.
what triggered me to write this. And one more thing I just want to add. So for me,
Yeah.
poetry is not about a writing passion. It is more of a meditation. So
Okay.
I don't do any other kind of meditation. This is my way of meditation, because meditation teaches us to look inwards, not
Yeah.
outward. To look inwards. And for writing this poetry, I have to look inside me, and what emotions I am feeling, how I am feeling. So it brings me closer to me. So that is what is very I enjoy to spend the time.
Many people say, like what you're saying, that it comes out automatically. So when you realize this thing that you can write and you can put into words, and it is more of an internal journey. Can you tell something about that? How it all started, if you can identify that time frame?
Okay, so I am very fond of writing since my early days, during my school and college days. But that time it
Okay.
was not serious. It was how to say, it was only rhyming. So
Mhm.
I used to do only the rhyming. But
Mhm.
see, I cannot identify exact trigger point which triggered me to start writing. But
Mhm.
I feel that. See, I left my house, my home, at very early age. So there has been a lot of emotions, and when you are not living with your parents, and 17 years of age. Now I realize that
Mhm.
time I was very passionate, and I did not think of it. But if you are asking me question and I am looking backward, so I feel that somewhere there was a lot of emotions, and emotions, you can say the emotion baggage, or emotional assets inside me.
Mhm.
And I started writing in a funny way initially, and then gradually the more I read the poetries, I used to read a lot of Urdu shairi books. So the
Mhm.
more I read on those books, the more I got inspiration to write. So
Mhm.
the more the most of it started coming during the COVID days, because that time we had a lot of time. I read a lot of books that time. So very famous poets, I have read all those books. So I would say that was we have the elasticity point in our stress strain curve. So after that point it goes exponentially. So I would say that COVID time was like that. So after that it pick up the speed of writing.
You said that you left your home very early, and then there was some emotional baggage with respect to leaving your parents at that time. Would you like to share any poem with respect to that emotion from your book, in case you can recollect something?
Yes, I can tell you one which so I wrote about this, about leaving the home, and where we are now. So I wrote, it's
Mhm.
in Hindi, so allow me to speak in
Sure,
Hindi.
sure,
So I
sure.
wrote कि घर की छतों पर जाले लटक रहे हैं, घर की छतों पर जाले लटक रहे हैं, खुशियों के संदूक पर ताले लटक रहे हैं, घर से निकले थे हम मंजिल का पता लेकर, आधी उम्र गुजर गई अब तक भटक रहे हैं. So
Wonderful.
this is what
Wonderful.
sometimes we feel, that we left home, and still we don't know where we are going.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Though we are transitioning, we are achieving in our professional journey, but ultimately we have a connect back home. So
And when this thought came that, okay, now I have a collection of so many poems, so let me just convert into a book. From where this thought came?
so this thought, actually I met a person recently. So
Mhm.
I would say in our CXO circle, we had a Delhi meet, and I met Samresh there.
Okay.
So I spoke to him, and he also wrote a book on poetry. So we did not talk much, but he just told that yes, he has written a book. So that gave me a point that okay, maybe I also have a lot of collection now, and it can be converted into the book. So that was the uh, thought point for me, triggered point to write the book. And after that, I think immediately after 1 week, I started compiling it into the soft copy, because I love to write with hand. So I have
Mhm.
everything in hard, so I started converting in the soft, and then the journey started.
So you generally write in Hindi or Urdu because you said that you're fond of Urdu also.
So I use Urdu words, but the
Okay.
font is Devanagari only. So so Hindi, yeah. But I love the Urdu words because lot of famous poets are there. John Elia is my favorite, and I have read almost all the famous poets, but in the recent time, I think I can more relate to John Elia. So
Easy it was for you to compile all the poems that you have written over the last 5 years and to make it into a form of a book.
so yes, there were a lot of challenges while compiling this. Two kind
Mhm.
of challenges. One is the emotional challenges because when you are rewriting everything, then you go through the that journey. Because normally, what we do, what I do, I don't know about the other poets. I think they are also same. So
Yeah,
whenever we feel something, we just write and then we forget
yeah.
unless you are a professional poet. So we just write. So I was not aware that what I wrote 5 years back. So it was a
Mhm.
very emotional and very how to say interesting journey for me to start writing. And then the other challenges were that when you go to a publisher, so they will not do the proofreading for other than English language. So you have to do
Okay.
everything by yourself. So though they have the packages, if you go for self-publishing, they have packages where they will give you a lot of support, but they won't do the proofreading for non-English text. So that was also one of the challenge because I have to take care of all the spellings and the punctuation and everything. So I think it took more time than converting into the text, soft text.
I think this is another question I think which I'd like to know from you because at time it happens that we want to write something and we somehow manage to write a decent number of pages, but then we don't know how to publish it. So can you tell something about that? What are the different ways of publishing and in which way you decided to go for and why?
Okay. So there are many ways. One is traditional way that if you think you have a good content and then you go to the publishers, they publish it
Okay.
for you the traditional way, and if they like it, they will publish it for you for free of course. So you don't have to pay them anything. Another
Mm-hmm.
way is you can opt for the self publishing. So Amazon is also supporting for that, and a lot of other platform is there. For my
Mm-hmm.
case, I went to Notion Press. I Because I am a very tech savvy, so I searched lot of publishing companies uh, online. I spoke to many of them, and finally I
Okay.
shortlisted Notion Press, and I
Okay.
went to them. And why I chose them is because this was my first time, and I'm not a professional writer, so I
Yeah.
needed someone who can guide me.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not speak to anyone else. I just wanted to do it quietly, and then give everyone a surprise that okay, I have done this. So
Mm-hmm.
I just spoke to this Notion Press team, and they guided me well, and they have a lot of support
Okay.
services, and even they support for the post publication for the selling also of the books.
How much important is the cover page? Because I could see the book, it looks very interesting. Can you show the book to
Yes,
everyone?
yes, I can show. This is my book.
So the cover looks very amazing and very attractive. So who decided about this cover? Who imagined about that? Can you tell a little bit about that?
So this cover is actually created by me using the AI tools. So I created it
Okay.
myself. But
Mm-hmm.
see, this Adi Umr was the first word came into my mind when I thought of writing the book. So
Okay.
so the title was, there was no doubt about the title from the day one. So I
Mm-hmm.
was looking for the covers. What should be the cover, and what should it
Yeah.
depict? And I feel that cover is very important. You cannot
Mm-hmm.
because it's like how to say, it's like your face. The book is having a face,
Yeah.
so and should be presentable. So I thought
Yeah.
of three factors. Though this Notion Press team, they support you for the cover designing, but they have some custom templates or maybe some images, but they cannot create a design from scratch. So I created this cover on my own, and the inspiration, I took support from suggestions, not support actually, suggestions from lot of my friends. Shreya is there in our in my CXO cohort, so I took her
Okay.
suggestion also that the book name is Aadhi Umr. What kind of cover it can be? So she suggested me it can, it you can use a hourglass. So she
Mhm.
gave me suggestion that hourglass can be there. So then
Okay.
using the hourglass, and then most of the poetries will be having the love emotions of love, and
Mhm.
so a lot of romantic poetry will is mostly is the romantic poetry in my book. And so that is why I thought that there can be a couple there in the cover, and then hourglass, and then the moon is, and moon actually has a very important place, and I love also moon watching in the night. So I had all the ingredients, I used some AI tools to
Mhm.
create a cover. So it took me, I think, 1 week to come to the final cover. So I tried different AI tools, I tried different combinations, different keywords, and so finally, with these ingredients, I was able to come up to this cover.
Wonderful. You said that you have written many romantic poem also. The
Yes.
previous was very, sort of talking, thinking about your family and all that. Would you like to share any poem which has that feeling of romance in that?
So okay, I can say two lines.
Yeah.
So I wrote once that इस दुनिया में ये रिवायत जुदा बना दूं. So रिवायत is the customs. So
Mhm. Mhm.
इस दुनिया में ये रिवायत जुदा जुदा बना दूं, तुझे तुझे मंदिर में रख दूं, खुदा बना दूं.
Wonderful. 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 Wonderful.
So,
Excellent. There are many people who are online and who are watching this program. So there is one question from Dalit Kumar. And the question is, Hi Lovkesh, what inspires you to write the book? So even though you have answered that, but
yes.
still, in case you want to share something more about that, that
So
why you wanted to convert into a book, why not you just keep it with yourself and let it be the way it was 5 years back?
so there are two points I would say. One is my target was never that I want to become a bestseller author, and if I
Okay.
become, I won't mind it. Though I won't
Mhm.
mind it if I become. But my writing this book is actually a way of expression to me, because I wanted to express myself that
Mhm.
yes, I'm also there. So that was the only inspiration which I was having.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. There is one more comment which has come from Neelam and Neelam Bharti, and she has said that she has read your poems and all are amazing. And just now there's one more comment which is coming from Rekha, the poem which you just read and the previous one, and the response is beautiful lines.
Thank you.
So it means whatever you are sharing, it is resonating with people. So now one big challenge that people are having once they publish the book is that should this be the end, that okay, I had a dream of writing my book and I've written that, but what next after this? Means is it going to be seen by people? How you're going to reach to the people? What are the different ways in which people will come to know that yes, there is a book by Lovkesh, Aadhi Umr, and it will be a good book? So what are you doing for that, and what maybe the listeners can learn from that?
So initially, when I started compiling this book, and I thought of publishing this book, I was not having any roadmap or any plan. I never thought of that I would be promoting my book. So
Mhm.
because I am just talking by heart. So once the book came and I had the book in my hand, so I felt very emotional and very connected to it. And
Mhm.
so then I thought that okay, let me also tell people that I have written this book. So
Okay.
so I am now very slowly I am trying to promote my book through various channels. So the book is already available on the Flipkart, Meesho, and Amazon, and also the Notion Press website. And Notion Press has done the listing on the Amazon and Flipkart. So other than that, what I am feeling that I am also coming up with a website. So it's almost done.
Okay.
So I am planning to promote my book through my website, and maybe I would run some ads in future. And
Mhm.
if God helps, then maybe I'll plan few book launch event also, or maybe book reading events. So that is what I'm planning.
And how easy, as you said some time back about the Notion Press, that it is very difficult to find people who can do proofreading in Hindi. So, what are the possible ways how it can be done? Means not everyone is comfortable in doing their own proofreading. So, any suggestion for the viewers also?
So I think this is a big challenge. Not only Notion Press, but all these self-publishing or maybe publishing companies who
Hmm.
nobody support you for the proofreading in Hindi or maybe any
Okay.
other language other than English. So this is a very big challenge and bottleneck. So
Hmm.
I would suggest that you have to help yourself, or maybe you can take help from some people in your circle or nearby who are very good in your language, who can help
Hmm.
you, and you can give them credit in your book for the proofreading. And you can go to some lecturers, professors who are fluent in their particular language, in any regional language you are writing the book, and you can take their help. But it is better to take professional help.
So, that is the best way to go ahead with that.
Right.
Wonderful.
But
There is one. Yeah, please. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah,
but
Lovkesh.
it would be good if these companies, the self-publishing companies, take care of this problem, because they have
Mhm.
to hire some people. They can do this.
Now, one thing with respect to the self-publishing books is that when we are going through Amazon.in, generally there is a Kindle version only, and it's a soft copy only. But
Right.
what is the possibility of having a hard copy? Because there are many people who want to read in hard, just the way in which the copy is with you. So, if that facility is given by Amazon.in,
Yes, my book is available in hard copy. All
okay,
Yes, my books on all the platform is available in hard copy, and the Kindle version will be coming by the early next month.
okay, okay,
Now
okay.
it's only in hard copy. The available in only in hard copy. Yeah.
Mhm, 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 mhm.
Because
So
I
now, yeah, please.
sorry, because I don't like reading on phone or any electronic device. I love reading with the physical book, because the smell
Mhm,
of
mhm,
these pages, I just love those smell.
mhm, mhm, mhm. So, what about the next book? Is it like that it was your dream to have your first book and now you're okay with that and you will live your life further with this, or you have any plans to come up with the next book also?
So I did not have any plan for second book, but I think now I cannot sit, and I have already started working on it. And
Okay.
but it will take some time. So I am still thinking what it should be. Poetry is obviously there, but whether
Mhm.
it can be a storybook or what else. So I am just thinking, but surely there will be a next book.
So some sort of creativity is now, getting momentum inside
Yes.
you. That
Right.
wonderful. There's one more comment which has just come. Can you read your favorite poem from the book?
A favorite one, actually, I already spoke in the earlier
Mhm,
question, but
mhm.
I can try to read something out of this.
Yeah.
Just give me a moment. So I can just read two lines. I think I won't take much time.
Sure.
I wrote it that तुम भोले की जटाओं सी, तुम बनारस की शाम हो,
Mhm.
तुम भोले की जटाओं सी, तुम बनारस की शाम हो, तुमसे ही निकलेगा रास्ता, तुम ही मुक्ति धाम हो. So,
Wonderful. Wonderful. And what exactly it means? Can you tell little bit more deep about it?
okay. So basically, the Banaras, the Varanasi is, you say, what, how to say, is the moksha. You will get the moksha if you die there. So
Yeah.
and it is related to Lord Shiva. So that is what I have written, that you have tum bhole ke jataon se, means you are like the hairs of Shiva, and you are like the evening of Banaras, and only you can take me to the moksha. So that is what is the crux of these two lines.
And what's the meaning of moksha for you?
Moksha.
Because I think moksha can also have a different meaning for different people.
So for me, moksha is basically to, if I am able to make myself happy, and I
Mhm.
am happy with myself. There are two things. So I can make myself happy, and I am happy with myself. So if someday I am happy with myself, then I think I will achieve moksha.
Mhm, mhm. Wonderful. There are a lot of comments which are coming. Just now, there's a comment came from Archana. Your words present in your poems are just like pearls that present in deep sea. So I think there are many people whom you are touching at this moment. And there was another comment from Pramod Saharan. Beautiful lines.
Thank
So, Lovkesh, it looks like that your book is touching the heart of many people, and they are feeling that yes, whatever you have written is from the heart, and that's why I think they are getting touched by that. We are almost on the verge of ending our show today. But before closing, uh, anything else which you'd like to share with all those people who are writing, how they can continue their habit of writing, and what they can do so that they can also publish in case they still have some hitch that whether their content is good or not? Because there are always many questions that people are having, that whether it is good enough to be converted into a book. So, any thoughts about that? Because I'm sure you must be also having a lot of self doubt that whether it
Yes,
is good enough or not.
I had doubts because the illustrations, lot of illustrations are there in the book.
Mhm,
Initial first week, I was taking suggestions from lot of people. How are these? How are these? Then one day, I was talking to myself, and I thought, this is my book. This is my expression. Why I am asking for others' opinion? So that was
mhm,
the day. After that, I did not ask anyone. So I did whatever I was liking, because this is my book and this is my expression. So I would
mhm,
say to all the writers that they don't need to think if someone will like it or not. You have to just express yourself, whatever best you
mhm,
want to express.
mhm,
And just apart from this, I just wanted to say two three lines, that what I feel very, that man cannot live with only bread. So this was said by Jesus actually in Bible. So man cannot live. So you need lot of other things also with. So whether you have to have some creativity in your life. Whether you want
mhm,
to listen music, whether you want to dance, whether you want to write poetry, story, you want to read a story, anything. Because
mhm,
we have two brains. One brain, the left brain, is related to the mathematics, science, work, professional, and the right brain is for the creative mind. So you have to balance it out. So do, and it's, take your time, maybe once in a week. If you can take time for 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever you want to do. You want to just go to the a garden, lie on a grass, or you want to just go to the roof and just look at the stars. You want to
mhm.
dance, you want to sing, you want to write, whatever you want to do, you must do that. Otherwise there's no meaning for life.
Wonderful. I think these last lines are really wonderful and very amazing lines to give confidence to everyone who is thinking about writing or who is writing or who's thinking about converting the writing into a book. That the most important thing is to trust in yourself, because people may have different opinions. Some people may say good things to you, some people may say bad things to you, but end of the day it is you and it is your expression. So you should have the trust with respect to what all you have written, and if you have the trust, then I think whatever will come out, that will be really good. Thank you,
Thank you.
Lokesh. Thank you very much for sparing your valuable time and sharing your thoughts with respect to the entire process of writing the book and publishing the book, and what you are planning to do in future with respect to making sure that it goes to the people. And thanks a lot all the audience for watching this particular show live and also sharing your thoughts about that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.